In today's video, we're going to discuss and review the brand new Evil Dead 40th Anniversary Ultimate Ash figure from Neca. Welcome to the Swearwolves. I'm Bret. If you're a returning subscriber, I just want to say thank you for coming back. And if you're new to this channel, thanks for stopping by. If you enjoy this sort of content, please consider clicking both that subscribe button as well as that notification bell below. We are the Swearwolves, a couple of horror fans and collectors who review anything and everything we get that is horror related, from action figures and toys to soundtracks, video games, movies, various collectibles, you name it. Today, we're talking about this brand new 40th anniversary Ultimate Ash figure from the movie The Evil Dead. Now, this is part of Neca and Target's Haulathon that is going on right now. It actually officially starts on the 18th. Today is the 17th, but Targets everywhere are putting this stuff out early. You can find it. I found this on an end cap actually. So you can look in the Neca section. They might have it there, but also look in the end caps near the toy section. Let's go ahead and talk about this box now. This box art I love. This is like the artwork from the movie The Evil Dead. Now, The Evil Dead is not my favorite Evil Dead movie, the original. It is really good, don't get me wrong, but if I'm gonna watch an Evil Dead movie, I default to Evil Dead 2. But it's nice that we have this Evil Dead figure in honor of its 40th anniversary. You can see it says The Evil Dead Ultimate Ash, and then we have the hand coming out, grabbing the lady, pulling her down. Also has this horror sticker like a VHS tape would have back in the day. And that's kind of glossy. You can see that, where everything else is very matte finish. I really like this feel and look of this artwork on the box here. On the top, we have says The Evil Dead 40th Anniversary. On the side, we get a glimpse of the figure itself holding a chainsaw, The Evil Dead, and then again, The Evil Dead 40th Anniversary. The back side, we do get a little write-up on this figure. 5 friends drive to a remote cabin in the woods for a fun getaway. While there, they find the Necronomicon Ex Mortis, an ancient tome, whose text reawakens the dead when read aloud. After unintentionally releasing a flood of evil, the group must fight for their lives or become possessed. And then we got image from the movie right there. And then we got some still shots of the figure, Ash holding the chainsaw, lantern. We'll get to all that stuff when we open it up. But here at the bottom, you can see it also includes 3 interchangeable heads: chainsaw, axe, shotgun, lantern, tape player, and more. On this other side, we got another shot of the figure, this time holding the axe. Then, as with all the Ultimate figures from Neca, we have this window box that opens up, revealing the figure on the right-hand side. And on the left-hand side, we got a nice pose here of Ash holding the shotgun and axe. Why don't we go ahead and just open the figure up, give it a proper review. All right, I got the figure open, and before we get to the figure itself, let's go ahead and talk about these accessories that we were given in this package. We got a couple extra hands here. Let's see, we got an extra right hand and an extra left hand. Got some good detail on these hands, but looks like this is for the shotgun, for the trigger. And this could be used to hold possibly the lantern, maybe the axe. Putting those aside though, those are just hands. Now let's move on to the actual cool accessories. I got this reel-to-reel tape player, which is a nice little feature here. This is of course what is played and summons the evil, because it's reading from the Book of the Dead, the Necronomicon, and one of the friends presses play, and of course the evil is summoned and awakened and scurries through the woods. We got this reel-to-reel tape player. It doesn't look like it turns. I mean, there's a little bit of wiggle room right there on this spool, but not on the other one. But it does have that magnetic tape right there. It just looks really good. No real moving parts though, but some fine detail. You can see that there's a little handle here, so it looks like an old reel-to-reel, like portable tape player that one might have. Next, we have an axe. Some really good detail on the wood grain of this. Sometimes we get axes from various different Neca figures, and the wood grain detail is not present, or not a lot of attention to the detail, I should say. And this one, there is some really good attention to detail. You can see the wood grain pops and the dirt or dark weathered look on there. So a really good axe actually with this figure. Let's go on to the lantern. This gas lantern right here that Ash can hold. Looks like this handle doesn't really move. It's molded in this position. There's real no moving parts on this one either, but it does look good that you can see the little flame inside. So some good details on that. the shotgun. Of course, Ash always has to have a shotgun. He didn't call it this in this movie, but he does refer to it as his boomstick in later iterations of the Evil Dead series. This is a really good example of a shotgun also. I think Neca did a good job with the wood grain on both the axe handle and the stock of the shotgun right here. You can see that gunmetal right there, and then all the way around. I'll flip it to this side. So some really good detail on that. And also Ash would be complete without his chainsaw. This is a good chainsaw. This is like better than some of the chainsaws we got with our Leatherface figures. Also, I like it because it didn't come bent. Sometimes these chainsaws, if they're packaged wrong, can sit in there with the blade like this, and then they come out and it's hard to straighten them out. I think I still have a Leatherface that has a bent chainsaw, but you can see all the details on that, from the pull handle to the various different mechanics of it, spark plugs. Looks like it says Neca at the top there. Just really good attention to detail on these little accessories that we get. Finally, we have these alternate heads. Now this head right here shows Ash, I don't know, with a quizzical look on his face. Now this is a young Bruce Campbell, 40 years ago, you know, so he was really young, because he's not that old right now, but in his 20s here. That it does a good job, a good representation of him on that head sculpt. And then here's another one where he's looking off to the side with mouth kind of open. So these are good likenesses. I mean, it looks enough like Bruce Campbell that you know who it's supposed to be. But I think the head that comes on the figure is actually the best of the three heads. So let's go ahead and talk about that one. Now this is just your classic articulation with this figure. The head is on a ball joint. It turns left to right, up and down, side to side. The shoulders also on a ball joint that goes out and then back and forward. One joint in the elbow which bends. The hands have a hinge and they also turn. Waist movement, we can turn from side to side. Got a little bit of a crunch there. In the hips, we can go out with the legs and then back and then forward. Knees bend at the joint in the knee, and then the feet also can turn in and out and then up and down on a hinge. Let's go ahead and talk about the details now. This, I think, is the best representation as far as accuracy of Bruce Campbell. It does kind of have a little bit of maybe cross eyes going on there, but I just look at it like he's looking off in the distance. The hair on the back, and then all the way around, some good detail on that. They even got, and they did this on the other sculpts, but I didn't point it out, the scar that he has on his chin here, which Bruce Campbell, of course, does have in real life. The shirt is kind of this soft rubber, and then it molds into this harder rubber that's on the arm sleeves here, and that has some nice wrinkles and folds in there, which makes it look like it's actually being worn. You can see the buttons. It's just really good, like I said before and everything, attention to detail on that. Here's the back side of the shirt. We got the belt and then the trousers, and they all look really good with the folds and the weathering and everything. And then down to his shoes. What are these shoes? Moccasins? What are you wearing here, Bruce? Overall, we just turn the figure around, and this figure looks really good. Why don't I go ahead and pose it how I'm gonna have it posed for display, and we'll be back with my final thoughts. All right, I got the figure posed. I'm gonna have him displayed in my cabinet, and I went with the chainsaw because I thought that was a very iconic look for Ash holding the chainsaw. And then I also decided to put the tape player right next to him because I think that's a pretty important part of the movie. But overall, I really dig this figure. I like the Evil Dead. I like the whole series of movies, and I like the series of figures. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and give this 5 out of 5 Pamela Voorhees heads. If you have any thoughts on this that differ from mine, or if you have any other ideas or suggestions for videos, go ahead and please leave a comment down below. And if you haven't yet subscribed and you feel so inclined, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell. Like I said before, we are the Swearwolves, and we have a weekly podcast in which we review horror movies. So if you enjoy podcasts, please check us out by searching for the Swearwolves wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts, or you can watch our video version of the podcast here on our YouTube channel. You can also visit our website at theswearwolves.com. So for the Swearwolves, I'm Bret.